Frank here with another glorious Sunday morning video. And trust me when I tell you, it is glorious out here this morning. Really nice. Came down into the village of Oak Hollow, and right across the street from the Oak Hollow Postal and Recreation Center, coming down Craig Court, you're going to hang a left, right? Onto, what is this street? Right now I'm sitting on a Tremblay Trail. So you're coming down Craig Court, make a left on Munn's Path, across from the Oak Hollow Postal Center on the Tremblay Trail, and you got these brand new patio villas. Now we've been in here in the past 2 or 3 weeks ago. You know, um, had a few people ask if I would go back through them again because they're thinking about doing a lifestyle. Now these patios, I don't believe are up for sale yet, due to the fact that they're going to make these into lifestyle visits. And the villages have already put Adirondack chairs outside. They got furniture inside, so that's a dead giveaway as well. Plus the fact that they did a lot of extra foliage and landscaping design out here that they just don't typically do when they plan to sell the houses right away. So we're going to come back through them again, and I just want to see if anything looks different. Now, there's a couple other YouTubers out there that have done the same thing, doing the same videos that I'm doing. They're, I don't know if you want to call them copycat video channels or just, when you move here, we all start a channel, it seems like, and there's only so much that you can do. So we all end up showing houses and things. Now, one thing to note, per the villages, you're not allowed to walk onto the property. People walk up on there. Every time I do it, I get a nasty gram from their lawyer or somebody calling me, telling me to stop. So that's why we quit doing it. But I guess apparently other channels are allowed to do it. They just don't like me for whatever reason. And anyway, we're back at this one. We looked at this house again, and I noticed how they just added on such massive bird cages up there in the front and all the way wrapped around to the side. Now, in the past, they would take this house right here and do a little bird cage to the side, or something. It would be a different design, and they would be small. But once again, if these are going to be a lifestyle visit patio villas that they're using, they're going to make it impressive, right? They're trying to impress potential buyers to attract them here to the villages. So they went the extra mile to do better than the average for sale neighborhood. Now, there are a few in here like that they didn't do. You can see birdcage away in the back. But anyway, you could just tell. And somebody said, man, they're not going to do lifestyle visits in patio villas. They don't do that. Yeah, they do. They've done it with patio villas before in the village of, I want to say, not Citrus Grove, but what's the next one? Lake Deaton? Going down that direction. I can't think of the neighborhood's name now. Anyway, they've done it in cottage homes. Of course, courtyards or bungalows. Now, is every single villa in here going to be used as a lifestyle visit home? That I can't tell you. So far, from what I've been seeing, it looks like the larger homes. They're at least going to be about 1,200 square feet plus 11, 1,200, 13-ish in that neighborhood. They're going to be at least 2 bedrooms, maybe 2 baths perhaps. A lot of these have little golf cart garages. You see the lanai in there, in between the golf cart garage and then the house, and then that little lanai area with the two and Adirondack chairs. And or I don't know, probably not even saying it right, but hopefully you get the idea. Let's call them lounge chairs or something like that. How about that? Anyhow, this house here, they added the birdcage at the back, I mean off to the side, and you've got this patio villa right here with a big old driveway, big 2-car garage. These are rare. They don't do these very often. They might do a couple in a neighborhood or so, and maybe like on the corner house, and that's it. But this house right here reminds me of the Seabreeze cottage home, just by the look of that. So if you're looking for a patio villa, this you could live in it full time. I'm gonna back up. Just 1 second. Some people say, some of these patio villas, well, they're not made to live in them full time. They're vacation homes and rentals and blah blah blah. That I would agree with certain models. The smaller of the homes, smaller are usually maybe 100, 150 square feet smaller than some of these others, and it just depends on the layout of the house, the floor plan. Some floor plans are adaptable to where you can live in it full time. Some feel more of like a vacation home, where you're here a few months out of the year and then you're going back home, right? So they added an extra large birdcage to the side. Like I say, in the past, it would have been half that size. St. Augustine grass. I'm going with Provista as the type. Looks really good. You got these trees, right? I don't know what that is. An evergreen type of plant you would see further up north, I think. I don't know. Don't know. Um, some of these plants already look like they're dying off. That's a shame. Anyway, guys, there's the golf cart garage. Large patio. So that right there, you could live in it full time. I'm sure there's probably at least 2 bedrooms. Because of that garage, it kind of throws the space off. So I'm not sure. Without being able to go in and look, couldn't tell you how many bedrooms it has, bathrooms. And this is more of the standard, like a moonstone, ruby kind of model. This is more common of what you would see. They all have patio furniture in them. And they kind of put like these farmhouse window shutters to the side now. Looks more cottagey, upper design. That one house on the corner didn't have anything, just a big flat surface. Screen doors are a little different from what they've done in the past. So it just goes to show you they do try to change it up a little bit with with what they can, I suppose. Try to add, different color mixes. There's only so many colors you can get with vinyl siding. I'm gonna, well, let's see. Let's stay on the outside. What I haven't seen lately are those dark brown houses. Like that dark chocolate brown vinyl siding. So I wonder if they've stopped using that. And of course, we got more of the same over here. If you look right there, that of course, I'm gonna back up right here. And what we got right here is the end of the patio neighborhood. And then it jumps right on over to the cottage homes. So if you look at it, they just blend right on in. Of course, cottage homes, it could be, 1,400 square feet. I want to say between 14 and 1,500 square feet, depending on the model that you pick out. And we've been in there. They're nice. Some of those houses got some huge lots. So if you want a big yard to cut, you got them in here. Um, or you just hire it and let somebody else cut it for you. And if you look at the back of the patio villas right here, every one of them looks like it's either has a bird cage on the very back to wrap around the side, or it's on the side. So each one has it. And then you got a little bit of a separation with those vented fence lines. How effective they are in privacy, it might give you a little bit. And there again, we've talked about these in past videos before. They use the slots like that so the wind can go through them without knocking them down. Uh, not to mention the fact that we get hurricanes, but sometimes these thunderstorms have hurricane force winds almost. I mean, these burst of winds, and they could blow down these fences. Those plastic fences that you see in a lot of the, especially like in the verandas, some patios, and courtyards where they use those for privacy fencing. And the wind catches it right, it can blow the panels out. Then you got that huge tower. I guess that's a cell tower back here. So y'all get to look at that. I don't know, you can't see on the inside of that window right there. It's fully furnished. I can see the dining room furniture. It's all staged, ready to go with the sliders right there. You can come into the bird cage. You can even come out to your front door, right into your sitting area through the front door. It could be a nice spot. And if I'm noticing, that house faces east and west. So you can sit in the shade and not have to deal with the blistering sun directly right into your now in the winter it's going to move over to the right, which is fine anyways because it's much cooler anyhow, so I don't think it's really going to matter. But then you're going to get the sunset to the rear, which is okay too. So you're going to have some shade. So it's really not a bad spot. I noticed the last couple of houses that we had bought, Susan and we bought our patio villa, and unbeknownst at the time when we first bought it, we weren't even thinking about where does the sun rise during the summer, where does it rise during the winter, where does it set during those two different seasons of the year, and all that kind of stuff. Never gave a thought to that until you don't notice it until you get it. I mean, like you're sitting outside and all of a sudden it just dawns on you. You're like, wow, like right here now, this house got this massive, I don't know, triangular shaped cage, sort of, which is odd to do a design like that. I mean, normally they could have just came straight out and made a big square and cut it off, but then they'd extend it all the way out into too big. So anyway, that's cool. You can put some plants, give somebody a lot of outdoor room, decorate it. Because by the time you put furniture and whatever you're going to do on the outside in here, it'll start to fill in. Then you realize you're losing space quickly. But see, they didn't ever used to do this stuff at whatsoever. So lifestyle visits, they give it the extra bonus treatment. When Susan and I did a lifestyle visit about, it was some years back, 7, 8 years ago or whatever. We bought our first house in 2020. It closed October 2020, and we had been coming a good while before that time. Actually, I'm gonna flip right here. This kind of heads out. Let's catch the interior portion of these smaller villas. Landscaping here. Now this house right here is going to be called a haven. Back in the day when we bought ours during let's say Village of Bradford, Hawkins, maybe Chitty Chat, yeah, Chitty Chatty, different. They were making what they were calling porte-cocheres, which are carports. Well, they realized that just wasn't a very attractive, popular feature. Yeah, they sold. Some of them look good, some of them don't. But they ended up quitting, and now they put garages in all of them, which makes it a little bit more of a cottagey home. So I can understand why they did that. Not only that, it gives you storage. You can park your car or what have you. It gives you a little bit of storage because a lot of these houses don't have storage in them, hardly at all. So you got to make storage where there isn't. But look how they did the plants. You got all those red tipped shrubs right here. They put the cottage fence in between that and more shrubs. Now, to the typical homeowner, you're not going to want to deal with that. That's a lot of work because now you got to cut them, trim them, clean them up. It's going to seem messy, but the fact that these are lifestyles, for now, the villages will take care of these. These shrubs right here in the front of this one, those are nice. Um, Actually, they're quite desirable. Those shrubs right here, they can get kind of big, and then you can shape them out, square them up, shape them out, take them, and they really do nice. I do like those. um, I'm not sure what these red ones are back here then, or these ones, because those I know don't think those are boxwoods. I'm not sure what those are. Anyway, when I first saw that a few weeks ago, I thought, holy cow, they're going to make a lot of work for somebody. And then you've got the shrub. See how they shrubbed the fire hydrant. So I don't know. You got to deal with your neighbor's dog or whatever. Your lifestyle. Now, are these in effect? I don't know. This house right here, I showed this before in a previous video when we looked at it. That's a whole different design. The front of that house, this is a unique one. It's a little different from what they've done before. Um, I'm not even sure what this one's called, just because of the fact that it's different. But you got a cute front porch. It's very cottagey. And then you can go to the side where you got a little birdcage back here with some furniture. And here's another haven, but it's flipped. They flipped the floor plan on us. Put the garage to the left. And those set of windows right in here, that's a bedroom. That's a front bedroom. Get all the extra landscaping they went out to do, furniture all in the inside, sitting area in the back, big tall bird cage. I don't, honestly, in my opinion, if they could do this for lifestyle visits, eventually they're going to sell them. If they can do that for lifestyle visits, why can't they just do that in all of them? When you first build a patio villa in there and or whatever, why can't you? And I'm talking to the builders now, the developer who build these. Why can't you guys just do that in all of them to begin with? I think people would pay a little extra to get the extra instead of having bare bones, naked neighborhoods, and then people got to go in and add all their stuff. Because a lot of the time, people don't know what they're doing when they add landscape. I hate to say it, but they don't, and they can mess up a patio villa neighborhood real fast. Some people just don't know what they're doing. House sits right off the corner with a big old cage in the back. No backyards though, really. I mean, most of these just don't have any backyarding in them at all. It's another haven. It's got furniture in it. So it looks to be that all of these are going to be used as lifestyle visits. They're all fully furnished. Now, what I was saying prior was that when Susan and I went on our lifestyle visit, I think we paid, it was like $98 a day, I think. It was something like that. So for a full 7 days, we were coughing up around $700 or so, somewhere in that area, which was a great deal because you get a golf cart and bicycles. All of that came with the house. It was furnished, but we stayed at the Alden Bungalows. And then you get amenity passes to go to all, to any of the pools. You could, we were in close proximity to the squares, and it was great. It was better than staying at any hotel. That much I can tell you. I mean, you had a full house, not some little motel room kind of thing. So even here, I'm not sure what the lifestyle visits are going to be for a 7 day stay. And I can't remember if there's even a minimum, 3 day minimum or something. I'm not sure. This beats a hotel by far. Now, what I don't see, just for reference, what I don't see in here are golf carts. Now, are they in the garages? I don't know. They could be in the garages, actually. I would have thought they would have. If there's a garage in these, I'm sorry, if there are golf carts in these, maybe they put them in the main garage. I wouldn't think. And then instead of in here, yeah, I feel like maybe in here they're on display. I'm not sure if there's golf carts assigned to these or not. But I know every time we do a lifestyle visit, there was a golf cart with it, with a couple of bikes. But anyhow, these are going to be the lifestyle visit patios right across the street from the village of Oak Hollow. and your postal rec center right there. It's gonna be really nice.